Okay, welcome to our live video. This is day 24 in the BBNaija Shine Your Eye House. And I just want to tell you that a lot has happened in a span of 30 minutes. First off, Kayvee has been withdrawn from the show. Yes, you heard me right. Kayvee is no longer part of the game to win 90 million naira. And I'm going to give you the whole lowdown on everything that has happened. Now, if you've been following the show, you know that he has been acting off for a while. Some people thought, okay, maybe he's having his mood swings. Other people thought maybe this whole thing of being in a close space with people for a while is taking its toll on him. But just minutes ago, Big Brother gave the housemates a brief telling them that Kayvee is no longer a part of the show. And after sitting down with therapists and people who checked him out, a psychotherapist and stuff, he has been advised to step away and go home and take care of himself. Wow. Honestly, I cannot believe it. This is not something that happens regularly. Usually we see disqualifications and stuff, but being withdrawn, this is history. Honestly, he's making history, and it's really sad because there's just been 1 week into the show. He hasn't even gotten the opportunity to sell himself as well as other people, and this is happening. But his health takes priority over anything. So yes, he has to take care of himself first before anything. All right, don't forget you can gist with me on this show. We can talk about what's happening. And I'm getting something from Joy Okoli. She says, hi, good evening. Thank you for joining the video. So back to the Kayvee thing. The housemates have noticed that he has been off for a while. He has been talking weird. Sometimes you ask him a question and he answers the opposite, or he tells you free. He's just very, very touchy. And they were trying to cheer him up, trying to make him feel better because everybody thought it was tension. I mean, we've seen Angel break down. Even so many other housemates have had their own episodes, but nobody thought it was as serious as it is. And they were trying to cheer him up. And then today, something happened that really threw everybody off, and they decided to give him his space. Now, the housemates were asked to go into the garden while someone checks out Kayvee just to make sure he's okay. And after that evaluation, he's going home. He didn't even come back to pack his bags. The house was asked to help him pack his bags, and that's it. I guess that's the end of the road for Kayvee, and we just wish him the very best. Hopefully he takes care of himself and he comes out of this rut as soon as possible. Now let's go back into every other thing that is happening with the housemates. A lot has gone on, honestly, but this one, trust me, is the highlight for today. Kayvee's exit is definitely the highlight for today, maybe even the week, because this is too much. It's too much for them to take. The house is even in a mood. Everybody is sullen. Everybody just sitting down and thinking about everything that has happened. People are talking about their different encounters with Kayvee and his mental struggle, and it's just really, really crazy. It's really crazy, honestly. All right, so let's talk about the housemates. Biggie gave them a task today. Yes, and this task is not like a once in a while type of thing. It's for the rest of the season. So it's with one of the sponsors, and the task entails a lot of cleaning. Yes, they're going to have to clean the house every Monday with the product from the sponsor and make sure that every corner of the house is spick and span. And they started today. Before this unfortunate news came by, everybody was busy cleaning and gisting and having a good time. All right, Glory Mark says hi Glory. Ilori says it's so sad to hear about that cute guy Kayvee. I know, right? Hopefully he takes care of himself, like I said, and we wish him the very best. Kenny is saying hello Kenny. Thank you for joining the video. All right, so Biggie has given them this task. They've moved on with it, and I noticed something, and I don't know if I'm the only one who noticed it, because it is, it's kind of like public knowledge. We are all watching the show, and it's Queen and White Money. Those two have been spending a lot of time together. Do you agree with me? They've been spending a whole lot of time together, cooking, cleaning the kitchen. Of course, we all know that the soft spot for White Money is definitely that kitchen. So maybe Queen is trying to get to the man's heart through his soft spot being the kitchen, because she was spending time with him, she was cooking with him, helping him dish food. She wasn't the only one though. JMK also helps him this afternoon, but Queen was in the morning. She was just, they were playing around, having a good time and stuff. So those two are definitely a pair that we would watch out for. I mean, who could have guessed that White Money will find himself a partner that will get this close? I'm not saying anything conclusive because nobody has expressed feelings for the other, but for 3 days now, since Saturday, they've been spending a lot of time together, chilling, gisting, doing what friends do. It might graduate into something else. Who knows? Okay. So yeah, that's that about white money and queen. Okay, let me get into the comments before we move on. Mmabella, I beg your pardon, is saying quite sad. I assume you're talking about Kayvee's situation. May Treasure is saying, please, what happened to Kayvee? Okay, so he had like a mental breakdown. He has been in a mood for a while, and the housemates have been trying to keep him, up and happy, but it didn't seem to be working. So Biggie had to step in, bring a psychotherapist to evaluate him. And after the evaluation, he was advised to go back home, take some time to take care of himself. So this is the end of the road for Kayvee on the show. Kayvee is no longer a part of the BBNaija season 6 housemates. Okay. Wow. Cross is saying, I wish him all the best. All right, we wish him all the best as well. DM is saying, this is sad. I know, right? Really sad. Just 1 week. The housemates are trying to cheer up, but you can tell that it has affected the mood in the house. Jenny is asking what happened. I just said the Kayvee has been withdrawn from the show. Okay, so now back to what I was talking about. So we finished talking about white money and queen. There's also another ship that might just be sailing soon. We didn't have hope for them last week, but from today, we're making headway. And of course, I'm talking about Cross and Sasuke. We all know that Cross likes Sasuke. He says there's something about her that he wants to find out. She's mysterious. She's like a bird that keeps hopping when you try to catch it. There's nothing he did not use to describe that girl. And while he told her that, oh, look, these are the feelings I have for you, Sasuke wasn't reciprocating immediately. She was like, okay, yeah, you're cool and stuff. And it's obvious that Sas likes him as a person. At least we know that for sure. But she's not very comfortable with his persona, especially when it comes to partying and all the other female housemates and stuff. Like, he's outgoing, very free, very carefree, very outgoing personality. Maybe a little bit too much for Sasuke, who is more reserved. So she made that known last week. She was like, oh, I don't know about that, but let's see where it goes. But this time around, they were spending a lot of time together in the garden. This was when Kayvee's evaluation was going on. So everybody was in the garden, chilling, cleaning, and they were spending a lot of time together. And next thing, one thing led to another, and they were talking about business and talking about, how Sasuke wants to start like a lip gloss business. And she was talking about, putting money together for marketing, for production, packaging, every single thing. And he was giving her advice. I'm like, look at you taking life seriously, Cross. Look at you. Who could have known that Cross would sit still and not smile for long and actually give somebody solid advice in this BBNaija Shine Eye house? Not me, for sure. So yeah, he did that. And it was really cute to see both of them rubbing her head, giving her a massage. I say, hey, who go rub my head? Bye. But yeah, that's that. And both of them are getting to know themselves even better. So from what I'm seeing now, next time Cross goes into the diary room, it might not be, oh, I want to know Sasuke better. It might be I'm getting to know her better and I like her more, as opposed to something that's far away, out of reach, that it always seems like with Cross and Sasuke. So that's that. Let me dive into the comments before we continue. Okay. Love is saying, I wish him the best. We do too. Chris is asking, come back. He did not anything coming from the look of things. This is the end of the road for Kayvee. Totally, he's no longer a part of the game. Even from what Big Brother announced in the house, he said he's no longer a part of the show. So I guess that's just it. That's it for Kayvee, honestly. Treasure is saying, so sad. I know, right? It's really sad. Henry is asking if he has packed his load. Well, Biggie asked the housemates to help him pack. The housemates, I beg your pardon. Biggie asked them to help him pack his stuff. So that's it. That's just it, really. He's not coming back. They've packed his stuff, his shoes, his clothes, everything that belongs to him is gone. Love is saying, I wish him the best. Okay. Jenny is saying, this is sad. Yes, really, really sad. Herbert is saying he's really leaving. Yes, he's really leaving. His stuff is in the storeroom. Of course, staff and organizers of the show would go and pick it up from there and send it to him. So yes, that's it. Carlo is saying, did Biggie announce his exit? Of course, Biggie announced it. It's on the website. He announced it in the house. it's just a whole lot. It's official. He's going. Nkem is saying Kayvee, all the best. Wow. Happiness is asking what happened. He had a mental breakdown and he had to leave. Okay. Pata girls, sorry, I can't pronounce your name, but you're saying, oh boy, it's not easy. I hope that someone will help Kayvee to work on his self-esteem. He's a gentleman. Communication skills is a powerful tool for survival in Biggie's house. Honestly, we can't even tell if it's an esteem issue or a mental health issue or, communication skills. Like, nobody can really tell what it is. With Beatrice, we could tell that she had esteem issues. She even said it herself, she had esteem issues, so she was kind of withdrawn. But with Kayvee, nobody can really, really tell. Everybody's lost, if we can use that, because the housemates don't know what's happened exactly. They can't tell, Jenny is saying, I pray he comes back. I really doubt he's coming back into the show. And Peter is asking if he will be replaced. Well, Biggie hasn't said anything about a replacement, so I don't know. I don't know about that. I can't tell you categorically that he will be replaced. So there we have it. I mean, Kayvee, he was really fun for the time, while he was in the house, bringing his photographer vibes, his Lagos boy vibes. And I mean, let's talk about his journey for a bit. He had like a thing with Angel where he kissed her the first 2 days of being in the house, and that was when the separation between Angel and Sam happened, and a lot of people thought, okay, well, maybe he was the cause of it. Even he thought he was the cause, and she took a break for a while. I'm currently putting up the official announcement, so you can check that out. It's going to be on the screen. So yes, he thought he was the cause of that fight, and it dampened his mood for a while, but he bounced back quickly because people were like, bro, this is Big Brother's house, man. Anybody can kiss anybody at any time. So that's just that. And I mean, it was a good run for the 1 week that he was around. This is such an emotional roller coaster for him. I can imagine having to be in an enclosed space with strangers and not knowing who is who and who is real and who is biting you behind your back. It must have been really, really tough for him. Okay, it must have been really, really tough. But like I always say, our thoughts and our prayers with him. Hopefully he gets well soon and he gets the help that he needs moving forward. Okay, more comments. Jay Okafor is asking what his offense is. He did not commit any offense. He just had a down and he had to sort out, do anything bad. Dreamly is asking if Kayvee walked out. No, he didn't. Biggie advised him to go and he needed that time to take care of his mental health. So yes. Cynthia is saying Kayvee, all the best. Cross is saying his mental health is not something to joke about. It's better he left. Yes, it's definitely not something to joke about. Mental, physical, every form of health, nothing to joke about, honestly. And right now, it's just a lot. Angel is crying because, they had like some sort of a friendship. Yusuf is by her side consoling her because what can he really do? What can he really do? And I can understand why Angel feels so strongly about this because, she's also someone who has battled health issues. She has battled, having health issues. And then JMK is also feeling bad. Yusuf is by her side as well, just making sure everybody is okay. And everything is putting people in their feels. I mean, JMK is really, really crying. Her eyes are red. And they all came in together, JMK, Queen, Kayvee, and Michael. So they already had that bond of, okay, we are the latecomers, so we're going to have each other's back so that these guys will not eat us up. But now he's gone, and I can imagine how everybody feels, really. All right, so let's move on to other things that we have to discuss today. And let's talk about Angel and GMK. I know that right now GMK is not in the best of moods, but when she was talking to Angel, it was just a hilarious conversation. Now, there was a guy in that conversation, not physically in the conversation, but the topic of discussion was a guy. It could be anybody, maybe Sammy, maybe Cross, nobody knows, but it was definitely one guy that Angel likes. She was saying that, Angel, she was saying that, oh, I like him as a person. I'm not sure what will happen after, but I know that I like him as a person. Whatever goes on from there is the Lord's doing. But for me, and my house, I just like his personality. And then JMK was like, Angel, you flex too much. I mean, we've seen it happen. Remember what happened with Angel and Michael over the weekend? That whole, in quote, Samson and Delilah situation was intense. So Angel is definitely a flirt. And she says it all the time, like, I'm here to catch cruise. Nobody should take me too seriously. But some guys get coconut head. They know they hear word. They are taking her seriously. And we've seen some tears, some anger. So yeah, so that was what JMK had to say about Angel when they were discussing. They're literally in the room having like a secret conversation. When they were talking about the guy that Angel liked, they didn't want anybody in the room. Literally was like, okay, come in, get out, let me continue with my conversation. But when JMK now started joking about Angel flirting, being a flirt and stuff, or like, yeah, anybody can come into the room. So that guy must be really important. And I have a strong feeling that it's Cross. But if it's not Cross, second option has to be Samuel. Oh yes, that's right. Second option has to be Samuel. Okay, so White Money and his, Tom and Jerry. I'm sure most of us saw Tom and Jerry as kids. You know how today, maybe in a week, you know how we have 7 days in a week, 5 days out of the 7, Tom and Jerry, they are fighting, they are tearing at each other, chasing each other. Then 2 days, they are best of friends, shaking hands, going on vacation together. That is the best way to describe White Money and Maria. They are fighting today, they are making up tomorrow. They are best friends today, next tomorrow they are arch enemies. It's just like, what is going on between the both of you, really? What is happening? So both of them were discussing today, just having a little conversation, talking and stuff. And I'll tell you that Maria was like, oh, White, I know you see me as a threat, and I see you as a threat too, which is why we act the way we do. And White Money was like, sis, nope. I do not see you as a threat. Actually, there's a threat in this house, but you're definitely not the one. And then Maria was like, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? She was trying to push him to say something. And trust White Money. If Marcy says he's not talking, he's definitely not talking. He said, when it's time, I'll talk. But before it's right time, my mouth will literally not say anything. And if I don't say anything to you, then it's not the right time. I'm sure Maria was like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Why are you always asking like this? And you know that there's one fight that Maria and Cross had that was hinged on him not saying exactly what he had in mind. It was after the wild card situation, and she asked, oh, how did you know I was a wild card? And Cross, and I beg your pardon, White Money was like, nope, I'm not going to tell you, just know that I knew. And she knew that he knew, but she just really wanted to know how he knew. But White Money wasn't going to indulge. He wasn't going to say anything at all. Okay. Back to the comments. Nkem is saying, I pray he gets himself all the best. Dan Ladi is saying, I love this guy's spirits. Okay. Kachagugo is saying, I wish him well. Abigail says, what health issues? Well, I said it at the beginning of the show and even halfway through that he had like mental struggles. He has been in a mood. He has been in a rut, kind of a downtime for a while. So he wasn't really acting his best with the housemates, and they noticed everybody was trying to cheer him up at some point, trying to be by his side, but it wasn't working. And then Biggie had to come in, and after evaluating him, he was advised to go back home. So that is the health issue that Kayvee faced. Yes, all the best, Kayvee. This is coming from Fanta. And Cross is saying, I wonder why Ebuka didn't bring that Michael and Angel situation up during the live show. Well, it already caused a huge fight between Michael and Jackie B. I don't think that Ebuka wanted to fan the flames and just make everything escalate. I mean, he already saw what happened. Michael already explained himself the best way he could. Jackie, they had that conversation, so I don't think he wanted to like bring up the past. I don't know. Saying that she thinks it's Sammy that Angel and GMK were talking about. I mean, we only speculate because they didn't mention any names, so we can't know for sure. But Angel said she likes Sammy, and she also said she likes Cross, so it could be any of them, honestly. Daladi is saying, get well soon, brother. Yes, we wish him quick recovery. All right. Nkem is saying wise money. I assume you mean white money. Love Ere is saying, I trust White Money. He will not say anything. Literally, if he doesn't want to say anything, I don't think anybody is going to no. Okay. Bobby is saying he is agoraphobic. Agoraphobic literally means the fear of crowd or people. We don't know that for sure. We can't say categorically that this is a phobia. We don't know what exactly is wrong with him. We don't know what he's battling in his mind. So this is just an assumption for now. Okay, so back to the stories that we have today. We've said how White Money and Maria were discussing threads. White Money said he's not going to say anything. And it was just after that, after that conversation, next thing you know, Biggie was asking the housemates to come in. I even thought it was a task. Like, this thing is still doing me like film trick. I literally thought it was a task. So when they all came in, he was asking everybody to come together, come together, come together. And people were dragging their feet. Finally, they were all together and the announcement began. I'm like, huh? Just like that, Kayvee is gone. This picture up is when people were even trying to console him during the walkout. He was emotional. He was in tears. I think at this point, Biggie knew that it was that serious. So they needed to bring someone in ASAP, as soon as possible. So yeah, Biggie announced to the housemates and people were like, what? And you know this thing of when something comes up and people have been guessing, speculating, they now start having conversations. Everybody now brings up their own instance of when Kayvee was acting weird. Cross said they were playing snooker upstairs and he was acting weird. White Money says, oh, that he was crying at some point, which is a picture I just showed, and he had to try and console him. And even remember that sometime this weekend, White Money was talking to Queen, I beg your pardon, and one other housemate, I think it was Tega, and he was saying that, look, this Kayvee guy, something is up. He doesn't want to say yet, but we need to follow him carefully. There's something that is really up with this guy, so we need to follow him carefully. And that was how that was what White Money said. So that's why I said that they've noticed this thing since they just didn't know how to go about it. And then Taylor was also talking about having her own mental health issues, but her own way of sorting it out is basically keeping herself busy, trying not to be alone, or having funny ideas coming to her mind due to loneliness. So she was just like, what I do is I keep myself busy for sure, because I don't want a case where I break down and then people start taking me out of the house, which is basically what happened with Kayvee. So there you have it, the house today. I'll read some comments before I end the show. Teresa is saying, get well soon, Kayvee. Wow, yeah, get well soon, definitely. Saying get well soon, Kayvee. Mansoor is saying, has he gone home now? Yes, he didn't come back into the house after the evaluation, so he has gone home. Best is saying that Kayvee should get well soon, definitely. Cross is saying, I really liked the guy's energy. I hope the little fame he gathered helps him outside the house. Hopefully, but at this point, that is not even priority. He just needs to get well. Musti is saying, wish him quick recovery. We do as well. Mizi is saying, White Money, the wise guy. And Kem is saying, all the housemates miss him. So many get well soon messages from Prince, from Blexing. I hope I got that right. And Sarah is asking what's wrong with him. He had a mental breakdown. So check the comment section. There is an article where we give you the breakdown of everything that happened with Kayvee. It's linked here. You can check that out. We have it on the blog. So just go through the comment section and get all the details on everything that happened on Kayvee if you need more details on that, okay? Yeah, so that's it. That's literally where we draw the curtain for today's show. Thank you so much to everybody who dropped a comment, everyone who liked, everyone who shared the video. We appreciate it. And yeah, that's that. Till tomorrow, this is every NG. My name is Judith. Bye.